The time is 8:45 on this Monday morning, September 10th, 2018. It is time now for the Peter Channel Morning News on this Monday morning, September 10th, 2018. God, good morning to you all this lovely Monday morning, September 10th, 2018. It is 8:45 a.m. and it is 62 degrees in North Massachusetts. Top stories on the Peter Channel Water News at 8:45 is Hurricane Florence bringing 9-mile-per-hour winds and the risk of life-threatening floods is closing on the east coast of the U.S. UNC Wilmington campus involuntary evacuation. Trump's affordability crisis deepens. North Korea celebrates 70 years with military parade and mass games. President Trump officials ramp up calls to probe op-eds offer identity. Pennsylvania vote could swing Congress. Tennessee nightclub shouldn't leave several wounded port said. And it took place at the Purple Haze nightclub in Memphis. Sweden faces uncertainty after close election. 7 people have been injured in a knife attack in Paris. China outlaws large underground Protestant church in Beijing. Bolton and the label International Criminal Court into legitimate according to the report. CBS chief Les Moonves steps down amid sexual misconduct allegations. In Alabama, announces Jack Ma's succession plan. CEO Daniel Zhang to take over as chairman in a year. China vows to retaliate if the U.S. takes any new steps on trade. Stocks falls into the pre-market as a company's chief strategy officer quits to pursue other opportunities. Looking at the stocks today, out down 79.33 points to 25,960.54. SP 5 down 6.37 to 2871.68, and Nasdaq down 20.19 points to 7902.54. More than a year after Moon Jae-in was voted in office, some South Korean and conservatives share a common feeling bitter resentment. South Korea on alert over first MERS patient in 3 years. North Korean restaurants reopen in China. As the 17th anniversary of September 11 approaches, New York City's subway system running beneath the World Trade Center for the first time since that day. Hurricane Elaine, the second of 3 storms brewing in the Atlantic, Isaac strafed into a hurricane beyond Florida, Florence, and Elaine. A pipeline burst in Indiana Friday, leaking more than 8,000 gallons of jet fuel into the St. Mary's River near Decatur, and Louisiana this month banned the city's recreation department from making any purchase of Nike products. SpaceX tells that achieves the big success with military launch. You can see obviously a new map on an article highest resolution they counted on Earth. NASA, Mars, rover, crashing snap dusty selfie. Scientists have announced an incredible plan to make it rain in the Sahara Desert. Doctors explore lifting berries to living organ donation. Women develop blackberry tongue after being treated with antibiotics. Program monitoring blood pressure made in with discovery before its end. News or you could report it on opioid overdose. Abuse loses daughter to fentanyl overdose. Peter Childers time, 8:48 on this Monday morning. Time now for a sport. Bust the Red Sox defeat the Houston Astros 6-5 at Fenway Park. The Patriots over the Texans 27-20. Today, the Red Sox will be taking out the Toronto Blue Jays in the first of a 3-game series. Aaron Rodgers shows he's new rival. He's division's big money player. Cleveland Browns scribbles does win the starter as Pittsburgh Steelers will trade LeVar Bell rescind running back's franchise tag. Giants Eli Apple, Russell Carter, Preston lost to the Jaguars and Lumberell and time for the Browns. Peter Joe News time, 8:49 on this Monday morning. Time now for a Peter Channel traffic and transit check. Beep beep. Let's study off on the MBTA where the Middleburg trade 005 824 a.m. South Station up at 5-10 minutes basket between South Station and Middleburg. Needham trade 606 802 a.m. in the bond is up at 5-10 minutes basket between Needham Heights and South Station to the late Robbie Yapon train. And the ferries are out. Looking good. Alright, look at the Diamonds and Maui in New England. In Rhode Island. 95, southbound side, it is slow for the protected stretch. Down to downtown prominent, 146 northbound side, it is slow after route 295 out in the North Smithfield stretch. 99, northbound side, is slow between 295 down to 122 and leading with the second stretch. 95, northbound side, is slow between route 10 and Christian downtown prominent. 13, westbound side, it is slow around the Jamestown stretch and 25, both ends of back around the 620 and Warren. 95 on the northbound side, it is slow down around the Kent stretch, and 24 on the northbound side, so from 139 slow down to route 128 Kent to route 3 at the northbound side, so the Bridgeview split. 7 expressway, the northbound side, so between the Bridgeview split down to downtown Boston. 93 both ends of downtown Boston to back up Mass Pike, eastbound side, 7 go between Natick area to the Prue Tunnel and westbound Mass Pike gets backed up from Logan and South Boston. 7 expressway, northbound side, so between the Bridgeview split down to downtown Boston. 93 on both ends of back to downtown Boston. 93 southbound side, so between Endover and downtown Boston. 128 on the southbound side is over between Route 3 in Burlington down to Route 2 in Waltham. Route 128 at the northbound side is over between Lexington all the way down to Burlington. 128 is on the southbound side, so between Linfield and Woburn. 128 at the northbound side, so between Linfield and Peabody. 3 to the southbound side, it is so between Billwick and Burlington. 485 at the southbound side, it is so between Andover and Littleton. 485 at the northbound side, it is so the Littleton stretch. 290 on the eastbound side, it is so between 146 on the Route 9 in Worcester. 146 at the northbound side, it is so and 290 in Worcester. Route 190 on the northbound side, it is slow down around the Boylan stretch. Western Massachusetts Highways, 91, northbound side, also Greenfield, Massachusetts. In Connecticut, 91, and southbound side, so between Woodlock and Hartford, Connecticut. 91, northbound side, so between Cromwell and Hartford, Connecticut. 84, eastbound side, so between Farmington and Hartford, Connecticut. 84, westbound side, also whatever stretch in Hipper Square, Route 7 in Danbury. Marion Parkway, westbound side, it is slow from Fairfield area and Norwalk down to 95 on the southbound side, so between Norwalk down to Stamford at 95 on the southbound side, so the North Brentford stretch. And down in 7 New Hampshire at Maine, it's looking good. And it's 8789, southbound side, also Canadian New York, Vermont. Peter Joe News Time, 8:51 on this Monday morning. Time now for a weather report. Line of rain showers stretching the line from Severn, Rhode Island, and much of Connecticut and western Massachusetts, and stretching down through Buffalo and Toronto, and stretching as far south as Mississippi. And take a look at the futurecast for the moment. And clouds covering much of the region, and looking at the futurecast. Expect the rain to continue through Connecticut and New York State by about 10 and by about 4 o'clock. It'll be central western Massachusetts and Vermont and western New Hampshire. It'll be next in these rain showers, and then 6 o'clock it'll be raining up in northern New England and Connecticut, and then it'll be raining in the southeastern Massachusetts area by about 24 hours from now. Right now, it's going to be in the 50s to 60s in southern New England, is in the 40s to 50s in northern New England, and 30-degree reading in Mount Washington, New Hampshire. Right now, 60 degrees, our temperature, humidity 80%, 2.54 degrees per hour, 3.29 inches in the steady, winds east southeast at 2 miles an hour. Alright, the latest on Florence. Now a Category 2 storm, 105 mile per hour winds as of 5 a.m., 24.9 at the north, 58.9 at the west, bound northwest at 9 miles an hour. Florence rapidly strengthening, expected to become a major hurricane very soon, as it is favoring warm waters. There are no coast waters warning affect interest in the southeastern and mid-Atlantic states should monitor the progress of Florence at 5 a.m. The center of Hurricane Force was located in latitude 24.9 on the north, longitude 58.9 on the west. Bunch is moving toward the west-northwest near 9 miles an hour. A west-northwest wind motion with an increase in the forward speed is expected during the next couple of days to turn toward the northwest and forecast occur Wednesday night and Thursday. On the forecast track, the center force will be moving over the southwest Atlantic Ocean between the Bermuda and Bahamas on Tuesday and Wednesday, and push to the southeastern United States on Thursday. Satellite imagery indicates that the American sustained winds are increasing to 1 and 5 miles an hour. Gusts, rapid strength is forecast spawns to provide major hurricane despondent and expected to remain an extremely dangerous major hurricane by Thursday. Hurricane force winds extend 25 miles an hour from the center. Turf force winds extend over 125 miles an hour from the center. And Mississippi center pressure is 969 millibars at 28.62 inches. Surf swells during by faults are affecting Bermuda and portions of the United States coast. This swells will cause light, fair, and serve recurrent conditions. Please consult products from your local web office. All right. Looking at some models, and the GFS has Florence making landfall on the North Carolina coast, and it'll stall because of a high pressure bridge, and then it'll be headed back to sea. And the European models are going to be having it once striking the North Carolina, South Carolina coast. FD3GFS model has it striking the North Carolina, South Carolina coast. Wow, so the Carolinas need to make evacuation plans immediately because this is a storm that you do not want to fool around with. Okay, look at the forecast. Goes like this. For today, rain not coming after 11 a.m. Clouds got about 65 degrees. East about 7 to 9 miles an hour. Chance pitch to 7%. Now, percent amount between the quarter and half inch possible tonight. Showers and thunders are possible at 11 p.m. Thunderstorms will produce heavy rain. Patchwork temperature was around 69 degrees by 5 a.m. East about 9 miles an hour. Chance pitch to 8%. New rain between the quarter and half inch possible for Tuesday. Jet showers and thunderstorms produce heavy rain. Patchwork for 2 p.m. was clouds got 79 degrees. South about 68 miles an hour. Chance pitch to 30%. The rain between 740 inch possible thunderstorms for Tuesday night. Jet rain and showers and thunderstorms between 10 p.m. and 5 a.m. Thunderstorms produce heavy rain. Areas of fog after 9 p.m. was mostly clouds about 67 degrees. South for about 5 miles coming in evening. Just pitch to 30%. The rain amounts less than 7 inches possible thunderstorms for Wednesday. Jet showers and thunderstorms after 7 p.m. 7 a.m. Thunderstorms produce heavy rain. Areas of fog before noon. Otherwise, mostly clouds about 79 degrees and north wind. Just pitch to 40%. Where tonight, 8 showers and thunderstorms remain between 10 p.m. and 2 a.m. Thunderstorms produce heavy rain, then patchwork wise mostly clouds about 65 degrees, then just pitch to 30%. Thursday, areas of fog before 9 a.m. wise mostly clouds about 79 about 61 degrees, and for Friday, areas of fog before 10 a.m. wise partly clouds about 78 about 59 degrees. Saturday, partly clouds about 78 about 60 degrees, and for Sunday, partly about 78 degrees. And that's me for the Peter Chill Morning News on this Monday morning. September 10th, 2018. Please hope you have a good morning, good night, hope you have a good day.